Salve, salve, amigo ligado no TudoCelular! The Division Resurgence chega a mais uma fase de testes rumo ao lançamento que levará a famosa franquia de consoles aos dispositivos móveis. E para saber mais detalhes e curiosidades sobre o game, a gente conversa com o produtor executivo da Ubisoft Mobile, Fabrice Navrez. Como a entrevista ocorre em inglês, recomendamos que você ative as legendas automáticas do YouTube no botão aí abaixo do seu player. Confira.
First of all, thank you for this interview. And could you talk more about the story of the game and how does it fit in the franchise?
Yeah, sure. So the Division Resurgence is a pure The Division experience. It's a canon game and is developed specifically for mobile platform, Apple and Android. When we start to think about the game in the early development phase, we were looking to bring the Division experience on a mobile screen. And we took two radical choices. The first one was to make sure that it's a pure and true Division game. And second is how to adapt it to mobile devices. And so from a franchise perspective, if you take the story, so it's a brand new story. That anybody can enjoy if you have played or not the Division 1 and the Division 2. And it's starting during the first wave, so the very beginning, just before the Division 1. And then the main part of the story would be between the end of the Division 1 and the end of the Division 2. And of course, if you're familiar with the franchise, it's a pretty good way to find out new stuff about that universe and characters like Phalo or others that you have met in previous episodes.
Perfect. And who are the goal of the game? The players that are already fans of the franchise or new players that are going to know more about the division in mobile?
So you mean the objective for the player?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. It's really the classic The Division experience. So it's taking place in New York. From there, you have like a main path which is explaining what's going on in that universe. So the whole story arc, and in the middle, you can enjoy the different activities of the open world, either exploring what's going on, trying to take back the city from enemy's faction, and of course you can also enjoy the PvP activities or the infamous Dark Zone, which is a PvEVP experience. And coming back to the players, if you're fully new to the division, it's a great way to understand what's going on. What are the agents? Why are they activated? What are their motivation to save the day? And if you're already experienced player with the division, it's a cool way to discover new stuff. And I talk about enemy factions. So we developed a brand new factions in the Division Resurgence, the free men that are basically engineers, craftsmen that have decided to try to build something new in New York that is quite opposite to the vision of the Division agents, and you will find that new threat in the city to fight against, but you will find also previous factions like the cleaners, the writers, etc. So plenty of stuff to do.
And what are the main challenges of bringing a famous console franchise to mobile devices?
Uh, two key challenges. The first one was, of course, as we wanted to stay true to what is the division, was to adapt the experience to a mobile screen and a touch control. Especially if you take, for example, the cover system, which is really a signature way of playing the game. It was to make sure that it's easy to handle with the touch controls. So we opted for two choices there. Either you have a full automated control where you basically can, as you approach your character to a cover, it will automatically enter into cover and you can play the game. Or you can go for a classic navigation where you basically with a push of on a button, you can go from a cover to another cover. It was also important to adapt the overall legibility of the game. It's a complex game. There are a lot of threads on the screen. There are a lot of details, but we did work a lot to make sure that it was very easy to understand what's going on. From a technical point of view, I think the team worked really hard to bring like a full scale urban open world. It's really impressive for a mobile device, and we're quite proud of that because it required a lot of research and development to make sure that it runs super smooth on devices.
Sure, and Resurgence will be a free-to-play game. And one of the biggest concerns of players is about the game being maybe a pay-to-win. So how will the game monetization work? And will the system be careful about it?
The core principle for us is to make sure that every part of the game is enjoyable for free, and that's what the Division Resurgence will be. The second aspect, of course, is to make sure that we have a balanced way to matchmake players depending on their level, meaning that if whatever your involvement in the game, if you pay or not, you will be able to fully enjoy the game. That's very a core principle that will follow for the game.
Perfect. And what are your expectations for Brazilian players and the repercussion in Brazil?
So first, we're super happy to see that the game has already a lot of traction in Brazil. It's super nice to see that. We know that the Brazilians are heavy mobile players, and we think that it's a perfect way for them to discover the Division universe. And when we thought of developing the game, it was also a way to bring that game to new territory and to make sure that a lot of people can enjoy that deep universe that we start building back in 2016 now.
And finally, I'd like you to send a message to our readers who are looking forward to play the Division Resurgence.
We'll be happy to meet you when the game release. They can already pre-register to follow the news on the game, either on our Twitter account or on Google and Apple. We're super excited to have them join the game and basically save the day in New York City.
Perfect. Thank you, Fabrice.
Anytime. Thanks for